Welcome back.
Well, we want to credit this story to Alexandra Zernick with the Capital News Service. School boards now must ban any tobacco or other forms of nicotine products from all school property and school-sponsored events under legislation signed into law Wednesday by Governor Ralph Northam. Northam signed HB 2384 and Senate Bill 1295, which expands existing law to include a wider variety of nicotine products such as vapes and e-cigarettes in addition to tobacco. A broader range of school property, such as school buses and school-sponsored events off campus, are also nicotine-free now. The new law, which takes effect on July 1st, will require all local school boards to develop and implement comprehensive tobacco-free policies. The recent and dramatic rise in youth smoking and vaping represents a serious public health crisis that requires our attention. Northam said, we have a responsibility to prevent our children from being exposed to all types of nicotine and tobacco containing products. Northam, by the way, is a pediatrician.
Right.
Northam noted that when he was a state senator, he led efforts to enact a statewide smoking ban in bars and restaurants. He sees HB 2384, sponsored by Delegate Patrick Hope from Arlington, and SB 1295, introduced by Lionel Spurl from Chesapeake, in the same way. As governor, I am proud to sign this legislation that will make Virginia schools and communities safer and healthier. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that the use of tobacco products by American youth is on the rise, largely because of the increasing popularity of e-cigarettes. Nationwide, last year, more than 27% of all high school students used a tobacco product within the last 30 days. This is according to a survey by the CDC. About 21% of the students had used e-cigarettes and 8% regular cigarettes. Some survey respondents said they used both products. This represented a big increase in vaping. In the 2017 survey, fewer than 12% of high school students had used e-cigarettes in the past 30 days. Northam noted that as of fall 2017, about 12% of all Virginia high school students were using e-cigarettes, almost twice the proportion of teenagers smoking traditional cigarettes. The U.S. Surgeon General and the Food and Drug Administration have declared that the sudden increase in e-cigarette use is an epidemic. They fear a new generation of young people may become addicted to nicotine if actions aren't taken to prevent it. Virginia's Secretary of Health and Human Resources, Daniel Carey, praised the legislation signed by Northam. This law will not only protect Virginia's children from exposure to secondhand smoke, it will also help establish a tobacco-free norm, allowing students to make better choices about their health when it comes to saying no to tobacco products outside of school. According to the State Health Commissioner, M. Norman Oliver, a statewide survey found that 84% of adults in Virginia, including 75% of smokers, agree that all nicotine products should be banned from school grounds and activities. That's even smokers.
Right.
While 40 school districts in Virginia already have established this type of policy, the new law will expand the protection to children in all of our public schools. Northam previously signed into law legislation raising the age to buy tobacco from 18 to 21. That's a big step.
Let's go over to Sports Desk with George Kearns.
George?
Thanks, guys. George Kearns here for CVTV Sports. It's that time of the year again. Free agency is a buzz in the NFL with lots of players going to other teams. Wide receiver Antonio Brown is going to the Oakland Raiders. Other big names are Adrian Peterson will remain in Washington for 2 more years. Trey Flowers will leave New England and go to Detroit. Detroit also picked up wide receiver Danny Amendola, who was released by Miami. Running back Mark Ingram will be going to Baltimore, and safety Earl Thomas will join him after leaving Seattle. Baltimore is losing linebacker Terrell Suggs, linebacker C.J. Mosley, and safety Eric Weddle. Washington is picking up strong safety Landon Collins from the Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. was traded to Cleveland, and defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson was also joined the Browns. Running back Le'Veon Bell is headed to the New York Jets, as is wide receiver Jamison Crowder from the Redskins. Quarterback Nick Foles is leaving the Philadelphia Eagles for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Offensive tackle Trent Brown is headed to Oakland. The Green Bay Packers have cut ties with veteran linebacker Nick Perry. Oakland also agreed to sign a 4-year deal with safety LaMarcus Joyner. Green Bay picked up edge rusher Jadarius Smith, linebacker Preston Smith, offensive lineman Billy Turner. Dallas has parted ways with wide receiver Cole Beasley, who left and went to Buffalo. The Redskins also released linebacker Zach Brown and defensive lineman Stacy McGee. They acquired quarterback Case Keenum from the Broncos. The San Francisco 49ers have acquired pass rusher Dee Ford from the Kansas City Chiefs and signing free agent running back Tevin Coleman. The Chiefs have also released safety Eric Berry. And the LA Chargers are signing quarterback Tyrod Taylor to a 2-year deal to back up Phillip Rivers. In men's college basketball, the conference tournaments are going on this weekend, so we wish all the local teams good luck as they get ready for March Madness next week. We also wish the same for the NCAA girls college basketball teams as they head to their conference tournaments, getting ready for the NCAA tourney next week. The Washington Caps are in the NHL are in first place in the Metro Division with a record of 41-22 with 89 points. In Major League Baseball spring training, the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles are both 10-8 through Wednesday night, March 13th. In the NBA, the Washington Wizards are in fourth place in the Southeast Division with a record of 29-39, 3.5 games back. They're also 4 games out of the 8th place spot in the playoffs for the Eastern Conference. Well, that's a look at sports. I'm George Kearns for CVTV Sports. Back to you guys.
And welcome back. Well, we wanted to title this story "The Eagle Has Landed," but more aptly, it's "The Eagle Has Been Rescued." Earlier this week, Stafford County Sheriff's Deputy Brooks made his first ever eagle rescue. After receiving a call regarding an eagle that had been struck by a car on Route 218 in the area of Belle Plains Road, members of the Stafford County Animal Control Department rushed to the scene. Deputy Brooks successfully captured the eagle and turned it over to the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries. They take injured birds and eagles to a special sanctuary where they are treated by veterinarians and volunteers specializing in avian injuries. A number of eagles, including one saved by Stafford deputies in 2017, have recovered and been returned to the wild. The eagle's injuries are unknown at this time, but the eagle was alert when he was rescued, so didn't appear to be in shock.
That's a good sign.
The Stafford County Sheriff's Department and we here at CVTV are hoping for a full recovery.
Thank you for welcoming us into your home. We feel like part of your family.
Yes, very much. So we thank you for watching us, and we hope you'll tune in next week to CVTV News. Good night.